Hi, this episode is about why some clients don't want to do EMDR therapy after successfully doing some EMDR therapy. It's a common enough question and it does make a little bit of sense. Have you ever seen a client completely resolve a memory, sometimes a substantial one, and their experience in session didn't seem terrible? And they come back next session and they don't want to do EMDR. They come back and they're like, hey, can we just talk today? What in the world is going on here? We spend weeks or months preparing, and you help them clear something out, and then they're done. So let's explore this through several case scenarios because my suggestions about resuming, how we kind of encourage the client to resume, are going to vary based on the scenario. First, in the first scenario, let's assume that nothing particularly difficult emerged in their session at all. They didn't report a horrible time in session or after session, and let's even assume that the memory they worked on fully resolved. They may have even expressed astonishment at the end of the session. Wow, this EMDR thing works. So why in the world would they not want to immediately resume work in EMDR therapy? So in sessions, people can learn multiple things at once. They can learn that they can heal from something quickly and profoundly. They can have that information in their back pocket and it can be good there. They might also learn that EMDR therapy is hard. It kind of sucks, but it's great. It sucks, but it's great. It can be exhausting. And it's exhausting in ways that clients can't predict, manage, or control. And where it goes and how long they're going to have to stay with what really sucks in it, they also can't predict. So here's what happens sometimes. Clients can know that they can heal, but they also know this week has been hard and they haven't slept well and they may need to see their mom in one of the next few evenings, and they don't want to be feeling a certain way. So clients can come to session and they have a calculation to make. They like you and they get a predictable benefit from your presence, your kindness, your compassion, your attention, and your attunement. And they make what feels like the safer bet today. And if this is what's happening, none of that is about you, except that you're awesome and spending time with you is lovely. If this is what's happening, have that conversation. It's okay to ask a client why they're not choosing to do EMDR therapy across multiple sessions. It's information. Use that information in the service of the client's recovery. Some people just need you to ask. Some people have real concerns that they may need your help navigating. Lots of people, though, come to consultation and they ask me this question. Ask them, right? And if you do it in a way that's open and doesn't lead with a lot of agenda, you're likely to get really good information. Okay, here's a here's a different scenario. Some people have real difficulties in session or after. And none of us like it when the lid just pops off. It's scary. Clients don't like it when they've tried to stay ahead of it and it feels like it's catching up with them all at once. So if clients have a really difficult time, we anticipated that might happen. We prepared for that. And there's so many options that you can suggest for more effective management of it. EMDR is not binary, and we need to work at the intersection of what's productive and what's tolerable. And we learn what that is, right? We learn what tolerable is by making our best guess and by starting this work. And if clients have a difficult session, that's not failure, it's information. And we have options. Clients have options. We don't have to return to that territory right now. We can work on other more tolerable memories. We can strengthen your attachment figure resources if you got stuck in an attachment wound memory. We can take steps to discourage the target memory from going everywhere. You can show the client how to interact with the memory in ways that allow pieces of it to come into awareness a little bit at a time. And the book EMDR with Complex Trauma has chapters on these little guardrails that we can put up if clients need them while they need them, and then we remove them when they don't. So if the client had a difficult EMDR session, ask about those difficulties. They don't know what their options are, but they're pretty sure what their experience was. Again, ask. Difficulties are inevitable, but they're not failure. They're information. Get that information and then figure out how to use it. There's another dilemma that happens really, really commonly. So we see clients with memories that start at an 8 and it goes to a 2 sometimes in one session, and the very next session they don't want to work on that 2. And if we get into their nervous system, that makes sense. From their perspective, that 2 SUDS is not causing them distress right now. It was this, now it's this, lots of other things are. And they may argue with you about working on that 2 in this session or next session. Clients are looking for less distress. Less distress is going to make their life more functional. Okay? We're in pursuit of generalization because when a memory fully resolves, many other things we never have to touch may also resolve automatically. So when I have this type of dilemma, and it's a dilemma between what is good for the client from their perspective and what is good from my perspective, I want to share that dilemma with the client and also make it theirs. I want to share why that SUDS of 2 is like a tunnel that we dug from France to England, but we stopped 4 miles short. We need to finish projects like this sometime. And no, we don't have to do this work today. We don't have to do this work today. But we need to finish what we start so that information can flow through that pathway for the rest of your life. So finishing up unresolved memories is a great thing to do once clients really understand that there are really good reasons for doing it other than therapist OCD, right? So when you have a dilemma like this, I like to invite the client into it. And I may start with language like, I hear that so many things have your focus right now, and it seems like finishing that little thing isn't worth it. But in EMDR therapy, the memories that we fully resolve help build what we need to more easily resolve the others, including the ones you really need to work on today. So does it make sense why I'm suggesting that we finish some of the stuff that we've started before we work on new things? So again, one suggestion, and these are just some ideas. Talk with your clients, though, about their hesitations. Talk openly and without too heavy of an agenda for this session. We want to follow our clients. It's their therapy. But when doing this puts us in a dilemma, share that dilemma with them and help make it theirs. And they're likely to give you really helpful information. And if you don't know what to make of that information, come to consultation and we're likely to help you translate it. So again, thanks for joining. Thank you for the amazing work that you do in the world, and do be in touch.